class again. Today we are studying mathematics, and the topic we are considering is construction. Now, the last time we met, we learned how to construct angle bisectors and line bisectors. We used our protractors just to measure an angle, and then we used our compasses to construct the angle bisector. Now today we want to look at how to construct special angles. Construction of special angles. Construction of special angles. Now definitely we know that we are going to start our construction from 180 degrees, that is angle on a straight line, and then we are going to look at how we can bisect 180 degrees. The other time we talked about bisection of angles, which means dividing an angle into two equal parts. So if we draw an angle that is on a straight line which is 180 degrees, if we bisect that angle, then we are going to get 90 degrees. So which means from 180 degrees we can get 90 degrees. Now if we still construct an angle bisector of 90 degrees, that is going to give us 45 degrees. So which means if we bisect 90 degrees, we are going to get 45 degrees. And these angles are known as special angles. And also we can do something with 180 degrees. We can trisect. That means dividing 180 degrees into three equal parts. Three equal parts. That is not bisect. I said trisect. That is dividing an angle into three equal parts. So if we divide 180 degrees into three equal parts, that is 180 divided by 3, we are going to get 60 degrees. So definitely 60 degrees is also one of the special angles. And then we can also bisect 60 degrees. If we bisect 60 degrees, what I'm going to get? That is 60 divided by 2. That is 30 degrees. So which means 30 degrees can also be constructed. So why do we call them special angles? Why do we call them special angles? We call them special angles because we do not necessarily have to use a protractor before we can construct them. We can construct them with just our compasses and a ruler. Okay, now let's now construct angle 180 degrees. We're going to start with 180 degrees. So let me just get my ruler. 180 degrees. We want to construct 180 degrees. Look at it now. That is just angle on a straight line. That's 180 degrees. You can see that. And then let's just mark out a point. Okay, let's mark out a point and let's draw angle on a straight line. Angle on a straight line. Look at it. Open your compasses. Get your compasses and then take your pin end, the pin end of your compasses to that center, and then let's draw 180 degrees. Look at it. This is 180 degrees, angle on a straight line. That is that. You've seen that? Okay. That is angle on a straight line. Okay. So I believe you've drawn yours. Now the next thing we want to do now is to bisect this 180. 180 is from here to here. Okay, from here to here. So definitely these are the 2 points we are going to use in bisecting 180 degrees. We want to bisect 180 degrees to get 90 degrees. Okay, so look at it again. We are using these 2 points, not the center, but the 2 points, okay, that define that 180 degrees, okay, from here to here. So let's get our compasses again and do that. These 2 points, but the rule is that you have to open your compasses so that it will be longer than the center, okay, because if you don't open your compasses to be longer than this center, your axe may not really touch. Okay, so just open it like this, okay, and then let's go for an arc. Let's draw an arc. Look at it, the first point, draw an arc here. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Get to the other side, okay, put it there, and also draw an arc. Okay, so we've seen the intersection of the 2 arcs. So we have divided the angle, that is 180 degrees, into 2 equal parts. So we can now join these 2 points together. Okay, this point, and the point of intersection. Look at it. You have to touch it and make sure that it's actually there. Look at it, and then that is the bisector. So we have constructed angle 90 degrees. You can see that it's very easy. Now the next thing is angle 45 degrees. Okay, we want to construct angle 45 degrees, and you know that to construct angle 45 degrees we have to divide 90 degrees into 2 equal parts. Look at it. Before we drew 180 from here to here, and we divided 180 into 2 equal parts. That is from here to this point, that's 90 degrees. From this point to this point is 90 degrees, and from this point to this point is also 90 degrees. So we have 90 degrees and then 90 degrees. If you add this 90 to this 90, what is the answer? Good, 180 degrees. So we are going to divide, let's divide this side, this 90 degrees, into 2 equal parts for us to get 45 degrees. So which 2 points do you think we are going to use? Definitely it's going to be this point, these 2 points. Look at it, these 2 points, okay, that give us the 90 degrees. So let's get our compasses for that. So let's go there. The first point, look at it, put your pin hand there, okay, and draw an arc, right? Draw an arc. So open your compasses a bit, just use any convenient radius, not too large, not too small. Look at it, okay, and let's go to the other side. Look at it, this is 90. From here you can set the arc for 90 to this point, that is 90 degrees. So you put it here as we draw another arc. Okay, so let's draw another arc. Look at it. Good. Okay, the 2 arcs have intersected. Okay, so we are going to join that point to the center. Look at it. We are joining this point to this point. So let's put our ruler. Okay, put your ruler there and draw this. Look at it. Make sure it's here. And then this point. You have to be careful so that you get an accurate result. Good. Now, so let's draw that. Good. So we have drawn our 45 degrees. That is 45 degrees. So if you look at it, here is going to be 45 degrees, and this place is going to be 45 degrees, and this side is 90 degrees. Now, if we try to check, you may want to check whether your work is correct. Okay, just get your protractor and then put the baseline on it, right, like this, and then got it. You will see that this is my 0, this is my 10, this is my 20, 30, 40, look at 45, which is accurate. So we've been able to bisect 90 degrees. You can say at 45 at that point. So that is 45 degrees, okay? So we have learned how to construct 180 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 degrees. And do you know we can still go on to constructing angle 22.5 degrees? That is dividing that. We can also bisect 45 into 2 equal parts, okay, using this point and this point for 45. Somebody could ask you to construct an angle of 22.5 degrees. How are you going to get 22.5 degrees? Is it not when you divide 45 into 2 equal parts? 45 divided by 2, you get 22.5 degrees. So let's see the sweep of the angle. So if you had to construct 22.5 degrees, so it means you are going to use this point and this point. From here to here, from here to here gives us the 45 degrees. So these are the 2 points. You put it here, draw an arc, put it here and draw an arc, and also do the same thing. Good. You are going to do that as one of your practice questions. Okay, now what about 60 degrees and 30 degrees? Okay, 60 degrees, I said we would trisect 180 degrees. That is, we are still going to draw 180 degrees, and when we draw 180 degrees, then we are going to divide 180 degrees into 3 equal parts. Now, let's draw 180 degrees again. Let's draw 180 degrees. Let me draw 180 degrees here. And I want to see angle 60 degrees. How do we do that? Look at it. (180 degrees). Let's draw a straight line first. Okay. Let's get a center. Draw a line and mark a center. Okay. After that, let's draw 180 degrees. 180 degrees. And get to your compasses. We are using the center. So put your pin hand there and then draw your 180. Remember that your 180 will start from this line, and then we take it to the side. We take it to the side. Take it to the side. Take it to the side. That is 180 degrees. Good. Okay, so we've drawn that, but you have to keep the radius of your compasses. Look at it. You have to keep the radius of your compasses. The radius we use in drawing this arc. Okay, that is the radius we are going to use. Look at it. The radius we use, look at it. This radius, you are not going to open your compasses further. Look at it. The radius you use in drawing the 180 degrees, the same radius you are going to keep. Now, when we were constructing 90 degrees, 45 degrees, okay, we did not really pay attention to any radius. But for 60 degrees, you have to be very, very careful, okay? After drawing your 180 degrees, you make sure you keep the radius. Look at it, the same radius. So keep the radius, and then you will take your compasses to the side. Take your compasses to the side with the radius. Remember, you're not going to open your compasses any further. So you cut it like this. Definitely that is 60 degrees. Okay, if you come here and do the same thing without opening the radius, that's also 60 degrees. So which means from here to this point is 60 degrees. From this point to this point is also 60 degrees, and from here to this point is also 60 degrees. So you can see that we have divided 180 degrees into 3 equal parts: 60, 60, and 60. So now let's join this point to the point of intersection here. Okay, let's do that, and let's see our 60. That's our 60 degrees. So we take our ruler, and then through that point, look at it, that's the point, and then we take it to the center. Take it to the center. Alright, so we have our 60. So that is our 60 degrees. Okay, now how do we then construct 30 degrees? Good, by bisecting 60 degrees. These are 60 degrees, and if we bisect 60 degrees, that means we are going to get 30 degrees. Remember that our 60 degrees is from here to here. Look at it. It's from this point to this point. So which means if we want an angle of 30 degrees, we are going to use these 2 points. Look at it. These 2 points. This is 60. From here to here is 60. So to get 30, we are going to use these 2 points. So let's get our compasses and use the 2 points to get 30 degrees. Okay, now, so we have, remember these 2 points? Those are the 2 points we're going to use. Okay, that's 2 points. Open your compasses using a convenient radius. Okay, just not too long, not too short. And then the other side of 60 is there. This is a point. Okay, that's a point. And then we can do this. So we have got the point, the intersection of the arcs. So we can now join that point. Let's now join the point to the center. Okay, let's join it to the center. So we have it like this. Okay. So that is yes, that is 30 degrees. Okay, so which means from here, this is 30 degrees, and then from here to here is also 30 degrees. Now, what do you think this angle is from here to here now? Because this is another angle that we have constructed. Okay, from here to here. You can tell me, we have 60 here. So if we remove 60 from 180, this is 60. So let's remove this 60 from 180. What do we have? We have 180 minus 60 will give us what? 120 degrees. So which means from this point to this point, okay, like this, to this point, will give us 120 degrees. So which means 120 degrees is also one of the special angles. Okay, and you know, if we start from here, look at it from here, and then we come down to this point, what do you think we are going to get? Okay, from here, look at it, and then this is 120 plus 30. What is that? 150. Good. So which means we can also construct 150 degrees, not necessarily with a protractor. Just this line here. Okay, if I remove this line now, it will remain this line. So which means from here to here is 150. That is 120 plus 30. That's 150 degrees. So we also know that another special angle is 150 degrees. Now let's come here and also do the same. Now from here to here, what is that? 90 degrees. Good. From here to here is 90 degrees. But if we turn like this and then we get here, what is the total now? That is 90, right? Good. Plus what? Plus 45. So if you add 90 to 45, what are you going to get? You're going to get 135 degrees. So which means we can also construct an angle of 135 degrees without a protractor. So another special angle is 135 degrees. So we have looked at some of the special angles, some angles that we do not necessarily have to use a protractor before we can construct them. Okay, so like I said before, that special angles are angles that we can construct without a protractor, and we have a list of some special angles on the board: 180 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 30 degrees, 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 135 degrees, and also another one that we are going to talk about in our next class. We can also construct angle 75 degrees without any protractor, and also we can construct 105 degrees. Now I'm going to leave you with these two, 75 degrees and 105 degrees. I want you to figure out how we can get the two angles. Definitely, if you get 75 degrees on one side, then the other side will be what? 105 degrees, because the two of them, when added together, will give us what? 180 degrees. So the moment you are able to construct one of them, then the other side, look at this one now, 135 degrees and 45 degrees. Look at this one, 120 degrees and what? And 60 degrees. What about 150 degrees and 30 degrees? Okay, so if you are able to construct 75 degrees, then you know that the other side is going to be what? 105 degrees. So I want you to figure out how we can construct 75 degrees and 105 degrees. Now in our next class, that is your assignment, I would want you to construct the following. Just for practice, construct the following. A, construct 22.5 degrees. B, construct 30 degrees, though we have done that. And then C, we are going to construct 15 degrees. Definitely you know that 15 degrees is going to come from 30 degrees. We constructed 30 here, and then if we want to get 15, so which means we are going to use these 2 points to get 15 degrees. Okay, now we have not actually checked whether our 60 degrees and 30 degrees are correct. So let's get our protractor then place it and see whether actually we got that. Okay, actually we got that. Look at it now. Okay, place a protractor there and make sure. Okay, all right. Now we have 60 degrees, that's 60 degrees, and then we have 30 degrees, 60 degrees and 30 degrees. Okay, just make sure that you get the center line, and then that. So with that, you can see 60 degrees and then 30 degrees. So in our next class, we're going to look at how to construct angle 75 degrees and 105 degrees, and then from there we also learn how to construct triangles with these angles. Now until I come your way next time, stay safe.